According to Defense Department documents, there is a plan underway by the Trump administration to move families and children of migrants to U.S. military facilities in a further attempt to remove the children from their parents. According to an email notification sent to Pentagon staffers, the Department of Health and Human Services will make site visits at 4 military installations in Texas and Arkansas during the next 2 weeks to evaluate their suitability to shelter children. Now, an official at the HHS, Health and Human Services, did say that they were planning to visit the current U.S. military sites under consideration for detaining children and their families. They said that currently the HHS has the bed space to hold 10,571 children. The Department of Homeland Security, Kirsten Nelson, testified before the Senate on May 15th.
In some cases, infants from their parents. We need to know where these kids are.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, that hasn't been...
Again, in the last administration, there was no MOA to even screen or vet sponsors. I have put that in place.
I'm not talking about politics here.
No, I'm not either.
Talking about
I'm saying what we've done to improve the situation, because you're exactly right. We owe more to these children to protect them. So I'm saying I agree. We've taken steps, and we will continue to strengthen what our partners do to protect these children. They're not in our custody, but I take it upon myself to work with my interagency partners to do this.
And I would share Senator Harris's concern about making sure people are trauma-informed and trauma-trained, because what you're doing to children when you take them away from their parents is the most trauma-impactful thing you can do to a child.
Families with children and unaccompanied minors make up about 10% of the illegals that are crossing the border. Now, this is down, according to the testimony by Nielsen on Tuesday, that used to account for 40% of those detained by U.S. border agents. Trump is now promising a Sheriff Joe Arpaio-style collection and detention of immigrants, one that gravely concerns human rights activists. This is, of course, in reference to the former Sheriff Joe Arpaio, who became a big figure in the United States for running a jail in the desert he proudly referred to as a concentration camp. Arpaio is now running for the U.S. Senate and sees no reasons to reconsider his remark. This is the person that Trump said he is going to model his detention plans after. I'm not going to back down. So what? Maybe it is a concentration camp. I don't want it to make it look nice like the Hilton Hotel. I want to say it's a tough place so people won't want to come there. Well, this is very disturbing for anybody who has any conception of human rights whatsoever, that people who have committed no serious offense whatsoever and are merely trying to escape poverty are now going to be sent to what are proudly displayed as concentration camps, people who have not committed any kind of crime. Yet, these same people lament their continual comparison to Nazis, yet they turn around and do things blatantly that are Nazi-ish, like this. Now, one of the main reasons that they would be transferring these migrants to U.S. military facilities is so that they can't be sued. In other words, this takes them away from the media's eye, where the media cannot go in and look at them. They cannot talk to them. Lawyers cannot have communications with them. In other words, this is an attempt to end the bad PR that arises as a result of treating people like animals. Essentially, the U.S. government wants to hide this crime from the public eye because, as has been demonstrated in the history of the United States, out of sight, out of mind. Now, I believe that there's also another aspect to this as well, and that is they are simply terrorizing migrants. If you try to come to America, we are going to separate you from your children, and we are going to lock you in these concentration camps, so don't come here. It's very interesting to look at the mentality of these individuals, ones who so proudly proclaim themselves to be the land of the free and the home of the brave, yet seem to always attack targets that are hardly capable of defending themselves. And in other situations, having the largest prison population by percentage in the entire world, and wishes to throw people into concentration camps for trying to escape poverty. And concentration camps, by their own words, And yet, as I said, these same people, these same adamant right-wingers do continue to declare themselves the land of the free. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.